Hark, hark, hark.
Never sold my soul to the devil, but I can say you his. Welcome to Dante's America, where the demons live. Can you tell me the difference between the snake and the rib? We take the witches to the stake just because of Eve's beard. I got nothing to give, cause there's something to take. I plot my escape while drinking fermented grapes. The undead, the Dracula, the bat with the cape. Can't see the execution, the space whether he smiles or sobs. Do not bungle the job, you might trouble the mob. They will have you for lunch, anybody gets touched. The prostitutes don't clutch, and the ghosts stay hutch. I move smoothly for the booty, need my gold in a plus. So welcome, hear ye, come one, come all. This the last of days, masquerading deaths at the ball. Watch a dragon soar the sky and breathe fire on all. Strive to stay alive, because the wolf don't crawl. Yes, the eagle is law, we hunt the feeble and small. I'm not speaking to y'all, this is silence and secrecy. Providing the mystery, right story about victory. My blunt stay hickory, bitch niggas can't get with me. Not only OG, you know that shit ain't on history, nigga, fuck it. I catch a traitor's head in a bucket, I'm never trusted. My sword is never rusted, I'm plagued with the disgusted. Amazed and I love it, guns blaze at the summit. Gargoyle, who won it? Survive fights with nights, so watch your eyes turn bright. Keep your rosary beats for things that bumper tonight. Cause even saints face the tank for a piece of the bank. We all moving up ranks with these double-edged shanks. This is pirate and plank with song and strong drink. How long will fate take with bad success and good mistakes? We all gotta wait for the black or pearly gates. I was never early or late, the right don't debate. No, I won't hesitate. Rip his nose off his face, put his head on the plate, then I'll boil it with dates. They'll taste checkmate and then we all say grace.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father. Come to Papa.
I love you, Daddy.
Yes, we do this the Catholic way. Juggernaut gives a fuck not about what you say. You will understay, assume the position. The dungeon smelling like fishes. We leave them hanging from the ceiling. This the Inquisition, man on a mission. Don't take it personal, this is nothing but business. My game is universal, but you'll see when I'm finished. Pretty girl with them hurt holes, it'll make her pay attention. And now she washing dishes, minding her own. This is Africa, I keep the bucket naked at home. When I lift my garage, you see that candy and chrome. When I speak into Lion's Roar, so don't mind my tone. You niggas better act wrong. Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father. Yes, I create and I break law, and I do have the intention to take
I love you, Daddy.
Playing punishment don't mean that I hate y'all. Must have forgot, we came up off them 8
I love you,
balls.
Daddy.
Raw, yes, we will. Put my dick on your heart, I give a fuck how you feel. Why you niggas staring at me when I grab the will? Make $1 billion for your children, what the fuck is a meal? What the fuck is
I love
the
you,
deal?
Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father. You niggas move too messy to come and test me. You fuck around and receive the blessing with no confessing. Face the rejection, space of consequences. Immaculate conception and make you drop all defenses.
I love you, Daddy.
Stop your crying and bitching, lying and snitching, riding over these ditches because they dead keep the riches.
I love you, Daddy.
My constituents memorize the blueprint and leave a poltergeist fingerprint. We ain't about that bullshit.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the father.
I love you, Daddy.
Sins of the chessboard, a chessboard that I was made for, and let $1 million skeletons misclaim right up on my paws. I kick down doors from the Luxor. This is thoughts cut from a different cloth. Nigga, fuck with
I love you, Daddy.
Silly bitches get taught or get caught in the onslaught. This is order, then I buy some clock for my
I love you, Daddy.
Ain't no water for a beggar. This is manner than mega, and always remember the Father.
I love you, Daddy.
Yo, what is good? Yeah, so this is going to be the rules. I'll load up a video, and when I come to load up the next video, I'm deleting the other video. So my channel will only have one video at a time. Now, besides that, there's a lot of interesting opportunities that have come, that have come up, that have, made themselves to be known by me, that will definitely crack the internet in two. The whole question is, do you want to be a part of that? And can you put yourself in a position to say that you're a part of that? And a lot of people can't. A lot of people tried to make themselves a part of something great with the Dr. Umar situation, and you see how he failed you and failed the world. How do you fail so greatly with over $1 million? And what is so interesting about the situation is that nobody went about it in a business structure format. Therefore, they can't even demand to see the paperwork of where the finances went, because the Negro doesn't know how to be serious when it comes to the levels of investment pertaining to a situation of this nature. Now, what's very interesting about that is that he didn't even believe in himself enough to use his own finances. I have, and I've done that with books and material that is available for you everywhere. As you already know, I have the sale going of all 9 books: The Kicked Out of Heaven, Volume 1, 2, 3, The Black Man's Bible, The Ethereal Law, and also the 4 ebooks for $100 right now. And those ebooks are The Real Nigga Etiquette, The Real Nigga Etiquette Voodoo Edition, and also the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, Volume 1 and 2 is available. This summer has been a wild motherfucker. I will say that. Since the Saturn retrograde that we went through, that was actually right before the Mercury retrograde. Once again, rest in peace to everybody. Young Noble, my homie Verse Spencer, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and there's a couple of other ones that I forgot to mention, but they all know that I definitely giving condolences towards those situations. It's very ugly what we're looking at, and it's always ugly. And that's why I have to come out here, and give the people a little juju on what could be occurring that they may not have been able to see, and from what I see, God, Lord Jesus has definitely blessed me, even the dark one, the evil ones, Shaitan, or whatever you want to call them, have blessed me with the eyeballs to see through a lot of the bullshit that has been promoted to us to fall underneath some type of realm of hypnotizing or some type of social engineering that they expected. And as I have definitely proven, that intelligence and due diligence will keep you away from the ignorance that is being socially engineered into the people, and that's always been the goal. But when we look at defending ourselves in these areas, we definitely have to, give credence to, understanding Western civilization and how it operates way before America was even established. And we can find that in the Kicked Out of Heaven, and when we see that, well, now we have a better idea on how Europeans are operating in the methods of what they are, and how it's going to affect us and what the expectation is. It's very clear that something on this planet is trying to destroy us and kill us all, and it is very clear that through our lack of connectivity and agreements that we have proven ourselves to be cowards when it comes to the American populace, due to the fact that we have done nothing in response of a daily assault of trying to wipe us out, and that's black, white, Mexican alike. Okay, we are all breathing in chemtrails for existence. We're all being told our children need to be vaccinated, so on and so forth. So, there's a lot of mysterious moving pieces here that have to be definitely observed and mimicked, and also interfered in order for us to move on in a more
you know, protected or prosperous position. You dig what I'm saying? We do have some questions here. I want y'all to post up any questions. I just came in to let y'all niggas know, what the new rules are. Is it's a situation for me personally. I've been doing this for 10, 15 years, man. You got to give it a break, man. I don't like to try to sit over here and force the mule to drink no water out of the river. That's not how I move. um I don't like it, and it's very obvious that I put my neck inside the guillotine, and the majority of black people just looked at me and said, well, what did he do that for? And now you see, because nobody else um will do it, nor has the balls to do it, and they're 9 times out of 10 intertwined with whatever secret society or whatever groups they're operating with, where they're limited on what they can and cannot do. Me, I'm not limited at all, and that's why I was able to put out the kicked out of heaven, because I have no group that I'm aligned with, and I've done everything out of my lion heart. You understand me? I've done everything out of my Capricorn wallet. You dig what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I say that is because the guy at 720 is a Capricorn. You know, so yeah, it's very interesting. We're here. We'll go in on the question right here. We got Gems for Hims, one of the loyal fans. I definitely salute you. Because you stayed down, and I do support and I do appreciate anybody who stays down. But what you have to understand is that whole loyalty thing that they socially promoted is just a space where they're saying, oh yeah, your mate isn't to cheat on you, that defines loyalty, but they drove you insane enough to go ahead and commit suicide. So loyalty is not really, you know an an important thing that we need to be relying on, because loyalty in the sense of relationships, male and female relationships, when they're stating that, they're just telling the women, oh yeah, you could be whatever level of asshole you want to be with your mate and talk shit and do all types of degradative shit towards the relationship. You just don't cheat, and you are still in the space of loyal. That doesn't remove you from draining all the finances, being an asshole, being fucking retarded, being manipulative, and whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So let's steer away from anything that comes through social engineering. Anything that comes through media is not healthy for you. You dig what I'm saying? So let's go over here to the question. Trump activates police feds in DC. Homelessness is illegal. How is this making America great again? I'm glad you asked that question. Um, it is making America great again. And people don't know what greatness is inside of America because they don't understand what civilization is. You see, us as black people, you're the children of slaves. Okay, your psyche was wiped from whatever was going on in Africa or whatever was going on in the Caribbeans. You were the children of slaves. Your psyche is blank slate. You know nothing. Okay, when it comes to the responsibilities of maintaining a civilization, you know nothing. Your parents don't teach you anything, so you're not fully educated on how things work when it comes to a civilization. And I can't necessarily say that I know all the true details of what goes on with maintaining government. And the reason it being is because I haven't done it. You studying something is nothing in comparison of what you gain, or the intelligence you would gain from experience. You dig what I'm saying? So we're not looking at the paperwork. We're not looking at the numbers. We're not looking at the demographics, geographics, logistics, or none of those other things that are required for you to thoroughly understand the totality of an operation, a corporation, or even a nation in order for it to move forward, or and how we're progressing, what the speed of progression is, and what the expectation is for our future 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, so on and so forth. You dig? So let's go in on the question. Trump said something that was phenomenal. Trump said that his father taught him that when you go to a restaurant, check the cleanliness of the front door, because if the front door of a restaurant is not clean, then the kitchen is not clean. Woo! Phenomenal. This is billionaire layer game. And this is right. That is a common sense, you know. So Washington D.C. is hold on, okay. Washington D.C. is the front door of our nation. And if that front door is filthy with homelessness, you don't have a right to be homeless. Okay, that's what it is. And what you're looking at with native people, and the reason why you don't have a right to be homeless is because it's going to affect your community, and that effect will also draft out on an extension line. And then not only that, there's too many provisions that we have for you not to be homeless. And then not only that, your psyche isn't developed enough to understand that what you do is going to be how you were classified by others. That's why, the black people fail with so many things in America, is because they don't thoroughly understand the essence of socialism yet. And they don't thoroughly understand the cause and effect within socialism. Black people try to approach it like women try to approach the scenario. A woman will walk around naked and say, well, you shouldn't be getting erected because I'm naked, and you should be able to control and handle. No, you dumbass. That is not how biology is designed. Biology is designed on a cause and effect scenario. If a male sees a female nude, there is going to be a reaction to that, period. Just like there is a reaction towards the mating and the courting processes that we see amongst animals. Okay, it's called the cause and effect. You dig what I'm saying? So let me see here. So yeah, and that's just the bottom line to it. You know, people need to stop with the dumb shit. There's a lot of fucking problems here. Homelessness does not make your community look good. You're not allowed to be homeless. It affects people. It brings in a lot of diseases. There's a lot of crime that comes from homelessness because you're going to have to survive. And what we're really looking at with the homelessness is the fact that the genetic code is the indigenous backfire. The majority of these people who are doing the homeless shit are individuals who come from tribes, native tribes. So you come from the native tribe where you lived in a fucking mud hut for 10,000 years. Okay, so now you think you can revert back to the mud hut while we're inside of an industrial technological driven society. And guess what? You can't. You're not allowed to. So guess what? The pressures that come with Western society, which when we detail these pressures, we can definitely see as it is documented in the Kicked Out of Heaven, and you will see throughout their paintings and in other doctrine that in Western society in old Europe, suicide was at a high rate. And even amongst the white male kicks the white male's ass. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that the form of civilization that they were operating in old Europe drove a lot of people to suicide. Okay, so you're seeing the same results here in America because, in essence, through immediate provisions, hence fruits on trees or animals being around and whatnot, you automatically had your food source, so which provided a level of comfort, which in essence provided a level of laziness. Okay, and things didn't nobody got built because inventions and all of that stuff was not looked at as a necessity. Okay, because they didn't care, you understand. And that's not to say that tribes didn't invent. We do find some inventions there, and that's not to say that ancient civilizations don't invent, because we see that there. But you're not going to be allowed to be homeless or poor inside of America. We have other nations looking at us, and we have to uphold a certain prestige in order to demand respect out of other nations. So, well, let's talk about the disrespect of America. A lot of people disrespect America. People really didn't start disrespecting America until our beautiful women that we have created here in America starts flying to Dubai to get shitted on. If that is the number one reasoning, or a definitely a red flag or a green flag for Dubai and other nations to come over here and fuck us up because our own women do not stay within the boundaries of their own billionaire millionaire men, and nor do we provide to them exclusively like we should. But and I don't mean just a free all and provide to these women. No, you're not going to be a lazy dumbass. You know, a lot of women have been taught that they can be lazy and stupid, and in order to live their whole fucking life and do whatever the fuck they want, and that is not permissive. I don't come from stupid women in my family, not on my grandma's level, not on my mother's level, not on my level. None of my cousins are stupid women. None of my cousins are tattooed, twerking. I don't have that ghetto shit. It's not in my blood. It's not in my bloodline. There's a lot of individuals who do come with that ghetto shit, and they need to be slaughtered. They need to be slaughtered publicly. And when I say slaughtered out of the public realm, that means we need not have any images of those type of degenerates inside the front line, because that public imagery is fucking up the socialism for individuals like me and you who hold ourselves to a certain prestige, and we have a inclination to go towards intelligence and right decision making. Okay. And we need to control that, and people aren't going to control that. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I guess individuals like this, the guy 720 don't get thorough investment. But like I told you, you invest here, I'll show you the paperwork all that stuff was investment by me. Read the purchases of the kicked out of heaven going for $33 right now, and that's including shipping and handling. Let's not bullshit. Let's not play any games here. You know, I'm the last one left, and I'm the only one that makes you all look good. You know, these other individuals out here in the podcast realm and all of that, besides the nigga saint and sinner, you know, and Justin White to a degree, it makes, you know, you niggas don't look too good. Black people do not look good on the front line, you know, and anybody who puts a black owned business on their marquee for their business is a fool. You know, I wouldn't support that because it immediately shows an area, a mentality of self-indulgence, arrogance, and empty arrogance at that, because you don't really have any position. So do you think it would be good to put black owned business on your company when black people operate the way they do online, and this is what the majority of the world is seeing? Do you think you're going to get a lot of customers? No. Black women don't make themselves look too good. When you look, and whenever you turn on the internet, these motherfuckers are fighting everywhere and twerking everywhere. It's like, what are you talking about? Why would anybody want to be associated with anything that looks like that? If you think this world operates off of individualism, you got a fucking you that is one layer, but that layer is after the collective view, and the collective view is painted in a specific way depending on what you put out to the public. You understand? So that's just what it is. It's just like this whole situation with Umar Johnson. You know, he ripped niggas off $1 million. He can't even say where the $1 million went. He can't even, you see, and this is why you need to get this. This is why you all need this. You need the dumbass tax. You need to be taxed. You need to be there. Is it going to show? Dumbass tax. You see that? That's what you need. You know, because you need to be taxed for being a dumbass. You know, and that's how it works. You know, and this individual here, he's stated about this school when I wrote enough information for high school and a university. You know, I've written maybe about a good 20, 50 years of sound intellectual work that you can draft over on in your environment right now and how to operate within it. And nobody has done that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody invested into this fool. And that's another thing that really trips me out is like, everybody wants to claim this whole revolution shit and RBG hats and we gonna do the FBA and all this other fucking stupid shit. And y'all niggas go support pansy ass pussies. You support pussy niggas. You support bitch ass niggas who look like they ain't never gotten to a street fight in their motherfucking life. You look like they ain't never pulled a trigger in their motherfucking life. And you support these bitch ass niggas for some form of revolutionary something. Man, your mentality is completely ass backwards, nigga. The only motherfuckers who could promote war are those who have been in it. The only motherfuckers who can develop strategies for war are the motherfuckers who have been in it. These motherfuckers ain't been through no battles, and what are you talking about? Ain't been through no street fights. Niggas don't even look like they done swung at a nigga before. And you fucking put money in the hand of the pussy ass nigga, and then you get upset about what the fuck the results are. Man, niggas a bitch, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, but niggas that grew up under, their grandma's skirt, never was on the blocks, never jumped off the porch. And this is what you get in response. You don't know how to, you have no um what they call discernment. You have no good judgment of character. You know what I'm saying? For those who sit with the 720, you have good judgment of character. I make good books, good music. It's been a long road. And obviously the road ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm the last man standing in that so-called conscious shit. And I can still provide you everything from Francis Quest Welsing, Ivan Van Sertima, Check on to Dia, who is Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, I got all the scholars, and I put that in a position so you can have, um, direct purchasing of this material, of classic material, because I knew it wasn't going to be on YouTube forever. But the Negro's brain doesn't think too far into the future, so they just think, oh, if it's here, I could click now. They ain't even thinking about preserving that type of information for their great grandchildren. They just inconsiderate, self-centered, and they only clicking on the video worried about them getting the information. They won't even tell their partner about the information they found on the YouTube, because they more worried about trying to explain the shit that they learned to some other worthless fuck, and want the worthless fuck to look at them like they're somebody important. Like, you niggas, like, the shit is so immature. The mentality is so immature. There'll never be any level of development, inside or outside the group. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand where the numbers are at, and the whole importance of taking control. They should have took control. If you're going to invest 1.2 million dollars into this fucking retard, you should have took control, and you would be able to take him to court in order to see the documents, because you have shares within the company that was supposed to do something, that was supposed to fulfill his mission statement and do what he proposed that he was going to do. And you didn't do that. You didn't control the situation. So now you out of your money, and now you look like a fucking retard because you're out of your money, and you invested in some fucking pansy ass nigga who came out here talking about he's a descendant of Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass, even though the estates of both Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey came out and said, we don't know this nigga, and this nigga is not related to us. But motherfuckers don't even know if that support was real. That support could be all federally backed. Even the 1.2 million, he may not have ever made 1.2 million, because they just throwing numbers up on the screen for the gullible Negro to feel like they're doing something important. And what dumbass is going to create a fucking all male boarding school in one location when you could have made the school unisex and had African American teachers from all across the country assisting you with doing the school online? All you had to do is get it accredited, for certain things to be learned, for them to be at a certain level to pass the SATs and all of this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The legal processes, or the due diligence that was needed for the school, to the was never even brought to the forefront. Do you understand? So I mean, but not only that, there was a great scandal over the booty. Not Michael, but Malachi York. And then you got the whole situation with the nigga brother Polite. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. But this is what niggas supported. Remember, niggas was very happy about Polite being on the Breakfast Club and thought the nigga was gonna drop a mixtape, and the nigga came out with 90 books, and you bit on that fucking weak ass clown ass shit. There's a bunch of weak ass clown ass niggas in the fucking audience. That shit needs to be called the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? What's good with you, my nigga Shotgun? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just the reality. So y'all put some comments up in the corner. Y'all put up some questions, man. Let's see what we can get into real quick, while I'm here. But Trump is doing what he needs to do One reason a lot of the finances is being sucked out of society is to enforce you to love each other and enforce there to be a two-parent household or male and female unison inside of a household underneath one roof like it's supposed to be, instead of you expressing all this ignorant fucking hate that you motherfuckers was listening to with all that dumbass music over the past 20 years, and you thought that was going to get you somewhere. No, they didn't even think about, their brain doesn't even think in the space of getting somewhere, so they don't even compute it. You know, a lot of motherfuckers is more worried about trying to shit on somebody else by possessing more than what their friends have or whatever. Just like I had to tell a homie today, I was like, look, bro, majority of people do not open up businesses to make money. Majority of people on this bottom level, they're so fucking retarded with all their emotional bullshit that they open up businesses so they could just brag to their to their friends and family. Oh, look at what I did, y'all. They're not opening up a business for a 5-year, 10-year run. They're not opening up a business to balloon and maximize the revenue of the business and then sell the business at a higher rate. They're not doing none of that. They're doing that shit so they can try and pop the collar on their neck, on the friends that they know that aren't assisting within the space of the business, because neither one of them comprehend the value of money. No, they don't understand what the definition of value is, and that's why they have no appreciation. That's why they don't that's why they don't preserve things. You see, you preserve things when you appreciate things. I appreciate art, so I preserve art. I appreciate information, so I preserve information. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. A lot of people don't have a lot of emotional development in the areas in which they need to have them in, that are relative to success rate pertaining to business. The majority of motherfuckers, they base their emotional intelligence on the negative emotion spaces, which are stress, depression, mental health. You know, love can get into a negative space. You know, so-called loyalty and all this shit. The majority of emotions are negative. You understand? And when you operate off of that level of stupidity because you didn't fucking advance your intelligence past high school age, and if you did not read books, it doesn't matter about your experience. When we talk about your psychological development from adolescence and teenager into adulthood, you graduate high school at teenage. So the majority of motherfuckers who do not have a high school diploma, do not have a GED, or their high school diploma was their highest achievement, they still have a 17, 18-year-old mind frame. The only areas of development that they have in their psyche is from experiences, whether that be on the street or a job, or little wise quotes that the elders said that's on the job. And the when they give them those wise quotes, you don't even know the English language thoroughly enough to read and understand what's being stated in the wise quote. Like, here's one. You can't live with them, you can't live without them. White man will slip that on you on the job. It's like, oh, you can't live with them, can't live without them. And the Negro don't even get what he says. Like, yeah, I know, boss. I hear you, boss. But he don't even understand what was being said right there. What's being said is that you can keep women in your life, but don't keep them in your home, is what's being said. And that's only stated for individuals who are not experienced with women. You need to be experienced with women before you leave high school. The majority of the world is not, because they told you a lot of stupid shit. Oh, girls ain't nothing but trouble. You need to be focused on your school, focused on your grades. Let's go to football. Let's go to basketball practice. You got to go here and go there. Don't stick your fingers in no twat. You don't know nothing about don't worry about no girls. And then you sitting over here 25 years old, fucking on, bras that done had all these babies and shit. And now you done had a whole bunch of babies with some old raggedy bitch. And now you got to pay child support and all this other shit because you don't know women. When you were born on a planet with women, they've been around you the entire time. But your ass don't know shit about a motherfucking girl till you 25 years old. Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just back to the Umar Johnson, a nigga that went around the whole internet trying to police what race a nigga is fucking. Have you lost your goddamn mind, nigga? When you got 2 black women pregnant and you got 2 black daughters by 2 different black women, and you promoting all this polygamy shit and all this other shit, but you ain't even showed the house that you live in. And you can't put the women underneath your house, underneath your roof. For all my real fans, you didn't see me with more than one woman walking around in the background in my crib. Okay? More than once. So I don't want to hear the shit. I'll put the proof in the motherfucking pudding. But niggas don't like that shit. They want to place it in their brain like it's some great Walt Disney illusion. And that's where the split is at. Spoken word versus written word. You know, a lot of niggas is still caught up into the spoken word shit, and you're caught up in the Wonderland, the Walt Disney land. You dig what I'm saying? I don't fuck around with none of those zones. That shit is very, very dangerous. I don't do no imaginary friends, nigga. And if a nigga come around me with that bullshit, uh, you know, let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, y'all about to see some crazy shit, and I need your investment for that crazy shit to happen. If y'all really want to see me take over this game, it's going down right now. And y'all about to see a very crazy run for the next 2-3 years. But I will need your assistance. I want your assistance. I want you to be involved. You know what I'm saying? I want you to say, yo, nigga, I fucks with the money, religion, staff. Fuck you niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I could give niggas the science on how to sell art, how to sell diamonds, how to pitch at billionaires, how to do all of that, because I'm in the midst of all of that. But there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of due diligence that happens in those realms. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a while. It's not something that's done overnight, you know. And yeah, I want y'all to be involved. I've created a click for that involvement to happen. As a matter of fact, let me put up the link where y'all could go get it, because there's going to be a lot more direct videos put in this area than will be anywhere else. You know, I will say that I'll be most likely on the what's the name, the TikTok a lot more than I'll be on YouTube. And that is a for sure, you know. That is a for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this link up in here. So yeah, y'all might have some real wild shit coming, man. Y'all get ready, man. Why ain't nobody in the fucking comments, man? What is with all this fucking staring back, sitting back, staring at a nigga shit, man? And that's one of the reasons I had cut this shit, because I deal with real niggas, man. Motherfuckers hit my line. I sit and build with my niggas an hour, 2 hours at a time, damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? We check, we make sure shit is moving. There's a lot of scary niggas out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no scary ass, weak ass niggas attached to me. I don't want no weak ass niggas. Even if you a fan, you know, like, I mean, I gotta respect my fans, but you know, we're not in a position to be fans, my dog. You know, it's man, bro. You know, I just gotta leave it there, and I guess put on the host entertainment space, you know. I gotta go do the host entertainment space, you know, when we don't got no time for entertainment. You know, we're not in a position to be entertaining the goddamn thing. We're not in a position to be clicking no goddamn heels. We're not in a position to be talking. We shouldn't even be talking online publicly. We haven't read enough. We're not educated enough. We don't know enough about world history. We don't put down enough comparison and contrast. We don't have enough black podcasts that are focusing in on finances, or focusing on the activities of what's going on with the CEOs, CFOs, and other officers of businesses in certain industries that we don't pay attention to. We don't pay attention to the construction industry. We don't pay attention to the chemical industry. We don't pay attention to cement. Yeah, cement is owned. Did you know that? People own cement. There, it is on the stock market, my dog. The Democrat Party is on the stock market. You can literally buy the shit. You understand me? So there's a lot of things going on that we're not putting ourselves in the space to understand and to get involved with. It's disgusting. You understand? And I mean, you know, and I've been told many times, oh yeah, nobody likes conviction. You know, 720, you got to stop coming up here and convicting people and just party and just, you know, I don't know how to shake my ass, nigga. I don't come from no motherfucking shaking no ass and shaking the finger and doing the funky chicken and shit. I don't come from that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that shit is. I've never done that shit in my life. And that's part of the reason I don't fuck around with the rap game. A bunch of fucking clown ass niggas in the fucking rap game. You can't tell me I'm lying. You can't tell me I'm lying. You know, a bunch of weak ass shit. You can't tell. I don't make weak music. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear one weak sound in none of my music, nigga. You don't hear one weak word in none of my music, nigga. Yeah, you gotta watch out with that shit, man, because it's the world that's requesting that you stay weak. You stay with the little baby. Let me show you a picture of what little baby looking like right now. Fucking phenomenal. Hold on, is this picture gonna pull up? Ah, see, look, they trying to do the devil's deed all on my goddamn shit. Nigga, say what? I did not change my account, bro. Damn, so my phone didn't. That's wild shit. Yeah, there we go. Let me show you some shit real quick. Fuck out of here, man. Did I post that shit on my wall? No, I surely didn't. I don't like posting no weird ass shit like that on my. I don't want that shit connected to me, nigga. But I got to show you this picture of little baby. Hold on, maybe I could Google it. This shit is wild. And I remember when this nigga first came out, oh yeah, that nigga gangster, that nigga gangster this, that nigga gangster that. Yeah, that nigga a real one. Let me show you how real he is, bro. Let me show you. Let me show you how real it get, nigga. This nigga had on a fucking pink tube top or some crazy ass shit. Like, bro, what is we talking about here? Let me see here. I can't even find the goddamn shit. Oh, is this it? I can't even find the fucking picture. The shit was so wild. I didn't even want to send it to my homies. I'm like, man, I don't even like that type of energy, but I damn sure want to show y'all right now. Uh, a little bit maybe viral pink shirt. Let's see if we go. Let me see. Anybody? Oh, no. Hannibal! Yeah, okay, I'm right back. Yeah. Internet be tripping. Yeah, look at this shit. So first the nigga comes out with this. This is your homie. This is your OG. Okay, let's see. Can we get a focus on the camera, nigga? Nah, that's your OG. Let's see with another one. Yeah, this is the OG. This is your OG, family. That is sad. And nigga, you'll never catch me wearing no shit like that, nigga. You niggas done lost your goddamn mind. But y'all niggas was in the club. I tried to listen to homie's last album, and I couldn't even listen to it. It was too much fucking auto-tune bullshit. I don't listen to that fucking weird ass shit. Fuck that auto-tune shit. You know? That's why, man, you don't, man, bro. That's why I do music with me, nigga. I don't be doing no music with all these fucking weird ass motherfuckers. You don't know what's going on. I can't even find the goddamn picture. The picture was so out of pocket. I just say, my nigga, and just drop the shit, you know? Let me see here. Let me see if it pulls up. Yeah, so yeah, what y'all got to say, man? What questions is out here, man? What questions is out here? The nigga, the nigga Lil Boosie had to turn himself in or whatever about the dough, you know, about the guns and all that shit. Yeah, the game is just all whack. The rap game is whack than a motherfucker because of the niggas that's in it. It's obvious they gave up the butt and now they don't have any more talent. They can't make any more good music because they don't have any concepts to talk about because their life is full of shit and a bunch of goddamn liars. You know, yeah, nigga, I could put out an album right now. As a matter of fact, I have an album in wait right now, but I'm waiting until I get other things with my personal life together before I put out any fucking album because my life is more important than your fucking entertainment. You see how that works? Shit, nigga, I don't know what a nigga thought that was out here. Motherfuckers be so inconsiderate that they think their life is so fucking important that you supposed to go out here and fucking chop your head off for some old stranger fuck nigga who ain't finna do shit but sit there and fucking laugh at it. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not none of them clowns, nigga. You take that bitch ass shit with them fucking niggas you fuck with in the beginning. I don't see humans as important to be doing all that type of shit. You done lost your goddamn mind. If you think I'm finna sacrifice, I've already sacrificed my shit. It's in the black man's Bible. You know, I've already put up the sacrificial piece. You know, but if you think I'm finna go extra, read all about it and go jump off the edge of the earth for a bunch of retarded motherfuckers who don't know where to put their money at and don't know who to support, black people don't know who to support from fucking rappers to conscious leaders to math teachers to mayors to presidents, you done strippers, uh, video vixens. You got bad decision making on all levels, nigga. I'm the only one that can save you from that realm of dumbass. I'm the only one because it's very clear from not only the shit that I put out, but the way I've carried myself the entire time. And in several states, been able to survive. You dig what I'm saying? Um, Without any of that. And niggas know that during the course of me doing everything that I have done, I ain't asked nobody for change to do shit when it came to putting out the kicked out of heaven or none of that. So if I'm out here doing that now, you best believe it's a serious situation. Is definitely not a situation of I'm trying to trick bag somebody and walk away with it with money falling out of my pocket and not providing any goddamn thing. That is not how it works. That's not how I've never worked in that fashion. But you know, one thing that I do that I shouldn't be doing, but people want a lot of praise, and you know, the praise has definitely fucked up, a lot of people because they think that they're valued for this praise. And you have done nothing for the praise. You think melanin is something that's supposed to make you great, or we was kings and queens in Africa, and you've done nothing in existence. You've done nothing. You provided nothing. You have nothing. Your children don't respect you. Your children are in the jails of another man's, making. And you think you got room to sit up here and talk about who is ancient Egypt and who the black mother was the greatest of all of this other shit. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just like I had to ask a woman, she was like, the black mother is the mother of civilization. I was like, yeah, you the mother of civilization, but your own children don't even fucking recognize your ass. Nobody across this planet recognizes you as the mother of civilization. If you was the mother of civilization and your mothering was so great, then you would at least produce children that would protect you, and they don't. So please shut the fuck up with the arrogant claims. You understand? Because you have no fruit in bearing towards your arrogant claims. And it definitely seems as if you know um you are destroying yourself and limiting yourself from anything that you could gain, by being, overly arrogant, automatically expecting some form of worship. You're automatically expecting some form of, get your shoes shined because you're the mother of civilization. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. You niggas need to understand where their position is at so they can develop and grow. I understand where my position is at with a lot of things. Like for instance, the first position was I didn't have no career, so I had to design one, and now I'm an author. You understand? And that's just how it works. If I was to sit up here and say I was the great I am, I would have never wrote no books. If I was to sit up here and to say, oh, I know the white man is a beast, I wouldn't know no, I wouldn't. Uh, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck? Hold on here. What are we doing? Hold on. Holy shit. Did they cut off my video, man? What is going on here? What the fuck just happened, man? Okay. Sheesh. Something just hacked my computer or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. My bad about that. Yeah, I'm about to clean this computer when I'm done. And see, that's another thing. Underneath attack, the Matrix War is very valid and going down. Are we putting down any security to make sure that that doesn't happen with any of our people? No, we are not, and we need to. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, purchase the motherfucking books. Go on the Cash App. Do that. The Cash App is right here at the bottom. Donate. Get the books. I need the books gone, so we could go ahead and have some memorabilia underneath the God 720. You understand? And those books that you buy will definitely appreciate and value later on in time. You understand? Because the copies that I have right now are the ones in color, and you're not going to get any more copies that are in color and until I see what all the details are when I have to produce the hardcover. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to do that. So, and then the encyclopedia on the alchemy of women, that will also be reproduced in hardcover as well. So, but that may be years in time. And like I told you, I got an explosive situation that you could be witnessing by the end of this month that will definitely be viral. But I'm gonna need some assistance. So stop being a looker and be an involver. Okay, stop being a fucking innocent bystander and get involved because it's definitely war out here, and you can't say that anybody is putting you in a position in order to battle what the elements are when it comes to Western civilization controlling you and fucking up your food and putting the goddamn chemtrails in your air every day. And putting you up in court and locking you up. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand the spiritual operation or the cultural operation of Europeans. And I brought that to you, the Killmonger way. Yeah, I brought the dead carcass to you. So be appreciative of that and put some pennies in place. And if you can't be appreciative of that and you don't know what to do with your blood, sweat, and tears and where it should be dedicated and who should be invested in, well, you're going to have a long road out here. Okay, let's just be very clear on that. Life is going to be very difficult for you. Okay, and we don't need life to be difficult at all because we all have bills and shit to pay. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, like I stated, the new rules is I'm gonna have one video up on my channel, and then when I come to do another video, and I'm gonna do a video every day this week because I gotta pump up a lot of dough to get some shit done. And what we're really doing is the goal is to pay for an interview on the Adam 22 and the or $1 million a game, $1 million worth of game. You got to come with like 25,000 for an interview, and we're surfing from there. I have many products and all of that, and whatever you invest, you will get back in double because that's what we're going to do. And I have Excel sheet. I know how to work spreadsheets and all of that. But people think I'm a hustler because of the way I communicate or the way I, move or whatever. They think I'm a rob them, nigga. Go Google it. I don't have no record of robbing nobody. I do legit business. Always have, always will. Just because you have a fear and you don't talk to people with fucking thick eyebrows, you talk to people fucking, little pansy ass, weak ass niggas looking like fucking crack babies, couldn't hold down a goddamn bowl of Captain Crunch. If you move with those weak ass motherfuckers and you have a mentality that you have to be dealing with somebody physically weak or looking like some fucking safe Barney, them motherfuckers rob you, don't they? They robbed you every time. So until you figure out that your identity and your recognition of character, you don't have a good judgment of character, obviously, because of your results. Well, then until you recognize that position, you're going to be fucked in life. And you need to recognize that position right here with what the guy 720 got going, with the Money Religion, with Stargate Publishing, and also Saga City Records. You dig what I'm saying? Which has much weight behind it. You understand? So you go ahead and invest in, and I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and get up off here. I got a million things to be doing right now. So y'all get at me. I appreciate everybody who showed up today. I'm not sorry about the I don't want to call it chastising, but it's definitely convicting. And it may not be you specifically that I'm referring to, but it's definitely the group and the environment and what's going on the internet. Conviction does need to be laid, and people do need to be identified within the space that they're in. So we know because you are what you do. You understand? And that's just what it is. So I definitely appreciate y'all coming in. Go to theblackmansbible.com, hit the Cash App up, stop with the stinginess, stop with the bullshit, stop with the everything is some fucking entertainment, because everything is not fucking entertainment. You understand? That kicked out of heaven ain't no fucking entertainment. Yeah, when you hear when you hear the screams from the many souls in that literature, know very well that it's very far away from the space of entertainment. So y'all get at me. I appreciate you being here. Stay beautiful, stay wise, and y'all see me tomorrow. All right, then. Peace.
I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. Let the skeletons dance to it, the fun and the amusement, the smoke and the confusion, Holy Ghost and some puking. But not while I'm cruising, I don't fuck with looking stupid. New sheriff in town, jury, judge, execution. In our constitution, all night prostitution, financial solution. Gotta keep my dollars boosting, gotta keep my money coming. 15s be humming, rocket engine be running. Old school still stunting. I'm bending corners from California back to Arizona, and in between we got plenty desert for organ donors. Mafia shit, 30 round Glock clip. Check the numbers in your click before you get to mumbling shit. Better control your liquor, plus that bottom lip. Cowboys down here, we be tumbling bricks. You don't know about this legendary classic. Angels singing above caskets. My posse go out blasting. My Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks in my watch. Them 26s stand tall on Flamingo and Caval. You niggas forgot how to be men while you trying to ball. So don't expect respect when you trying to make calls. We keeps a foot up a bitch's ass, and that is the law. Nigga, that is not all. Make that money fall like sun rays, gunplay one day, cause some say the man that stands on bones is alone on the throne. I keep this moon rocking this backwood while I'm getting some dome. If your horsepower ain't that good, leave that weak shit at home. Be prepared to catch this day before you squeeze on that chrome. Make your fucking grave with no name or no tombstone. If you don't like the way we move, you can get the fuck on. This the wild, wild west. We thrive on the wrong. High noon tide, coon, we do this all day long. So you better break bread before your butter is gone. Cause the show ain't over until the ladies isn't thong. Keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks on my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks on my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks on my watch. I keep my scotch and my Glock, a couple rocks on my watch. Pleasure or the treasure searching. You niggas know I push that work in. That's for certain. They call me Father Merchant, the Martian lurking. They got your baby mama twerking and baking biscuits. Everybody's your servant in the gangster living. This is the money religion. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. The boys from men. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. I try to stay classy, but niggas don't like respect. A bunch of goons with hair on spoons and tattoos on their neck. A bunch of fools that'll lose their whole life in a bed. Around whores and corsets, more or less. Money's merry distress. When they birth life and death, we ask who fathered this mess. The debt from a pregnancy test got you asking what's next. Sell your flesh, cause you deserve the best, don't ya? Never know the aroma from a hairy choncha. Never know what side you want until your life's a goner. With that beef, we squeeze like limes on my Corona. From California to Florida, we survive with slanted eyes and mob minds. Nigga, this is God's grind. We will see in due time, put belief in new crimes. Relief is for the good guys. Release the weak from true lies. Let them meet the chief of the blue skies. Why not? I'm from the 90s, nigga. It was dark and hell was hot. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. We let the games begin, divide the boys from men. to fight the voice from men.
Dealing off the turf like it was never gonna run dry, that ain't no